Hello. Sunny Dorset isn't too sunny today. In fact, it's not sunny at all. It's pissing with rain and blowing a bit of a hoolie. It's been doing that all night. So I thought I'd fire up the wood burner, improve the sort of morale of it. It's not actually cold in here, it's 18 degrees. This was running last night and it's still faintly warm. It doesn't stay in overnight, burning just wood, and I don't burn coal on principle. But I don't mind that it goes out, and I'll kind of explain why as we go along. Right, I've set myself up a tilt stool there, little one for me to sit on, and one to put you on. So if I put you there, and hopefully you can see all right. Okay, this is my wood burner. It's a Vermont Castings Intrepid 3, and this is what's left after last night. It's probably a bit dark in there for you, so let's put a little bit of light on it. And you can probably see, pick you up and show you, that's the situation. There's a little bit of wood left, and that's the grating. This is all self-made because this was originally sold as a gas-fired machine, and it was converted by someone else to run on wood. So I sorted it out myself. So the fire bars lift out and you can get everything in there, and these are just bits of steel. You can probably see on this one that after a while they tend to start to flake off and they sag and you need replacing, but you can pick up bits of steel for no money almost everywhere, and this one's really wasted, so this is about due for replacement. This was a steel bolt. You can see the remains of the bolt head on this end. Basically I put a flat on them, both ends, so they stay in the same orientation. When they start to sag, you turn them over. Somewhere about I had an old one, which I seem to have tidied away, but they sag like that. So you turn them the other way up and they're good to go for a little while longer. So this is how it looks after an afternoon burning. Hasn't been cleaned out during that time, and you can see the fire back inside a bit up the chimney. This is the flue arrangement, and that's the clock, which I've put on there temporarily. Can't leave it on there, it'll melt. And the sweep access, although the sweeps usually just go through the back. And you can see the throat piece, and that can be turned round so that the flue exits horizontally the moment it exits vertically. It's in a bit of an ingle nut, which I set up when I moved here. So, first job, put the remains of the last fire to one side. This one doesn't have an ash pan. And don't use ash pans. Basically just use a shovel. And this old preserving pan here, made out of aluminium, so I no longer preserve on it. It's aluminium, and there's rumours that aluminium is bad for Alzheimer's disease, and at my age Alzheimer's is a bit of a looming spectre, so we take precautions. Don't take all the ash out, leave a bit of bed of ash, just a little bit. If you take it out nice and gently, don't drop it from a height, it tends not to make a bit of a mess. Right, so here we have the log box, which is a central heating water header tank made of plastic, and all this and the kindling lives around the side, so not within range of the fire, because even though it's a closed-in wood burner, there is this possible spectre of sparks coming out. And then here in this old log box, which is actually designed as a log box, you've got the starting materials. In this case it's Amazon paper packaging. So Amazon does do good things for you. You just crunch it up in a ball. And pick up the kindling bucket. Put that over there. And pop you on there again. Can you see all right? Not bad. Right. Couple of logs. to start with a biggish log. I load crossways, just the way I've always done it. Both goes in, leave little tail sticking out, you'll see why in a minute. Of course, if you've got your own wood burner, you'll know all this anyway, or have your own methods. If that's the case, then great, good for you. And they'll be different, and it doesn't matter, whatever works for you. Right, kindling. As I said, I lay horizontal. And we'll have another one, just for shits and giggles. Right, starters. Small bits. You could use pallet offcuts or whatever. Let's turn the torch off. You want to have a look inside, just quick. See how it's set up. Big log at the back, because your flue gases are going up and back. And then disposable lighter. And that's why you pulled the bits out the front. Shut the door. Primary air, fully open. Notice the time. Right, this fire's only got primary air, which is these. And got a slider, which basically just sits on the back. It's held in place by this control knob. That's fully open. And there's a good draft on the chimney. The secret to getting a good draft is basically having the diameter of your outlet to your stove or your fire back being less than the diameter of the outlet to your chimney. If it's less, you'll automatically get a good draft. I don't bother cleaning that, it hasn't been cleaned for ages and ages. And it hasn't got clean airflow or anything. This is basically just a fire in a box. Previous owner bought it as gas, decided he didn't like gas, and then tried to run it as a wood burner by taking all the gas stuff out. And it worked after a fashion. Then he chucked it in the garden for 3 years, and then basically after mention he got it and wanted rid, I said, can I have it? So I basically made the grating, used high-fired bricks, which I cut with a disc cutter to line it, improve the heat retention capacity, and we went from there. And I've been running it like this in my old house, which I lived in for 5 years with it, and this house, which I've been in for over 10 years. And it's fine, trouble free so far, touch wood. Okay, that's been running just about a minute, I guess. Let's have a look inside. Give it a poke with a poker. A bit more wood, that's handy, so chuck that on. And chuck that one on there. Notice the 5 bars up the front, stop the logs rolling back, or rolling out. If they land on your feet and they're firing, they're flaming, that's not so good. And at this stage, you can shut it down to about half and go away and do something. In my case, even though it's 9:30 in the morning, I'm going away to get some breakfast. So get me breakfast and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. See you in a minute. Right, just enjoyed a bowl of my morning muesli, if enjoyed is the right word. And we've come back, and here's the clock. It's a bit warm up there. And we open him up. I had to open the primary air a bit to get it going. So we'll knock that down and give it a bit of a poke. And you can hopefully see it's now well alight. And if you wanted, you could put another log on there. I'm not going to bother. Let's move that off there before it melts. go to Darley, and that's all there is to it. And that'll sit and wobble away. If you open it right up, you can hear it pick up. And you can hear it whistle. That's how you can get even more air to it. But I find this is generally enough. Close it right down until the slots are closed, and you get a little bit of relief through there. Oh, let's show you that. So that's just a plate. Strictly homebrew. There you go. And that's all there is to it. Well, that's how I do it anyway. Hope that was useful. Thank you very much.